Are in the assignment here in Canvas called Font Choices. I'm going to show you how to access the Adobe Font Library. Here's a link right here. All right, that's probably the easiest way to do it. So if you click on this link, it's going to take you to the Adobe Font Library, but it may not the very first time. You have to make sure that you're in your account. See, I'm in my account because my little avatar is sitting right there. If it doesn't take you in and your avatar is not there, it's going to ask you to sign in. So you just sign in with your Adobe account, which you all have. It's just your standard stuff that we use to install Illustrator on your laptops. It's your school username, which is your email probably, and your app password that you use for your email. So that will get you into your account and you'll come to this page right here, all right? So once you're here, I go to this browse all because we're going to browse all of the fonts. So I click on that link right there and it brings me to this page. So here are some tags over here on the left hand side. If you click view 13 more, it's going to show you the rest of the tags. So here's how you're going to pick the font that you want. So let's say you're trying to get to, I don't know, some sort of style of font and you want to go something Halloween-like. So here's a Halloween font. But there's also a bunch of horror fonts, so pick one. It really doesn't matter which one you use. It just depends on what you want to communicate. Because font, the style of the font communicates something above and beyond just the word or the meaning of the word font. So I'm going to go to Halloween, and it's going to bring up a bunch of options here. There's 6 pages of these options. So here's what the font looks like, all right? Let's go to the next page to see what's available. There's a whole bunch more. Scroll up here. There's some really nice ones there. Again, they're going to come in black and white. They're not going to be colored like this, but there's a great way to think about how to color your fonts. They're going to be coming in with black text. Here's a cute one. Devil's Haircut. I guess that's not cute. I guess that's scary. Devil's Haircut. Let's say we want this one right there. You can click Add Family right there. So what that's going to do is it's going to bring up this little thing here. It's going to say, oh, just hit OK right there. And then you get this little green box down here in the bottom right corner. It says this font is now added to your Creative Cloud apps. All right, so what's it called? Devil's Haircut. So I'm going to minimize this. I'm going to go into Illustrator. Okay, let's get a new document. Well, this is the document you're going to download. Let's start right here. So the first thing you're going to do is we're going to say we want to use fear. So we're going to try to communicate the word fear using that devil's haircut. So I've got the word here. I'm going to go to my character panel. And right here, it was called devil's haircut. So I'm just going to highlight the name Myriad Pro and start typing devil. And there it is, devil's haircut. I'm just going to make this a little bigger. Hold down the shift and option key. And yes, you have to ask yourself, does that communicate fear? And I think that communicates fear really well. If you want to do something else with it, maybe you make it red. I don't know. That's even more fearful. If you want to put a black box behind it, that might be kind of fun. I'm going to make that black and move it to the back. There we go. That's definitely fear to me. Then on this one, I want to communicate the opposite of fear. So whatever you think the opposite of fear is, we're going to go back to the Adobe website, which is right here. It's minimized. So what's the opposite of fear? Maybe it's fun or something like that. Maybe it's friendly. Here's a friendly one. Let's see. Here's a fun one. Here's a comic one. That might be kind of good. Wedding. I wouldn't go wedding. Weddings are scary. Maybe we do comic. Let's see what we have in comic here. We want to communicate the concept of what comic is, not fear. So maybe we use, I don't know. Let's see what we got here. I don't like any of those ones. For fear, the opposite of fear, because that's the same as fear right there. Here's Comic Sans. That's stupid. Don't use that one. Hi, Jinkies. There's a good one from Scooby-Doo. Let's add that one. So I'm going to click Add Family. That shows up. Hit OK. Here's my green sign. It says it showed up. I'm going to go to Illustrator. What was it called? Hi, Jinkies. There it is. Hi, Jinkies. Right there. So there is fear. It looks still looks kind of fearful. Let's make it a happy one. So let's go with a, should we make it yellow? And then I'm going to take that black box. I'm going to option, oops, not that. I'm going to option drag that over here. And instead of being black, because that's kind of fearful, I'm going to make it cyan. So there we go. See, that's not fearful. And that's the idea here. Right here on this one, we are going to type in the name of this font because meaning goes to meaning. Meaning was Devil's Haircut. So I'm going to type in Devil's Haircut right there. But I want to do that in Myriad Pro. Okay. I don't want to use, let's go this way. And it's MY. Myriad Concept Bold. I don't want that one. Myriad Pro right there. So there's Myriad Pro. I don't want it to be bold. I want it to be regular. So there's Myriad Pro. And then this one over here is going to be High Jinkies. High Jinkies right there. Okay. And that's how you do this assignment. And that's also how you get to the Adobe font library. So do that for each one of these words. I've got them loaded here for you. Just have to click on the word, choose your font, click on the word, choose your font. To do this stuff, I would just, once you've got one done, I would just option drag that down. And then you can just type in the name of this font there and this one here for the opposite. All right, does that make sense? Good luck, have some fun with it, and I'll see you when I come back.